For about 26 years of my life, I struggled in addiction. It started out, smoking a little weed and then doing a little coke. My drug addiction went from selling drugs to, I have a needle in my arm and I'm an intravenous drug user. I got to a point that I just couldn't stand to go 15 minutes without, being high. I just needed to self-medicate the pain. I was hopeless. I started working in strip clubs, which led to escort companies, which through my addiction led me into the streets, and I ended up being a homeless prostitute, selling my body for my next hit of crack, eating out of dumpsters, doing everything and anything I could just to try to fill a void. There was a corner that I used to stand out and prostitute on, and there was this lady that would come out with a bullhorn and she would yell at me, this is a no prostitution zone, you're gonna be arrested. And I'm like, get out of my face. And only by the grace of God did I not pull out my Glock and shoot her. I never dreamed that I would ever be that, but that was my choice and that's where it led me. Probably 100 times or more was I arrested. I have approximately 46 felonies. At 40 years old, my last trip, landing in solitary confinement, I just got on my face and I cried out to God and I said, God, if you're really real and you are who your word says you are, if you will set me free and just release me from all this bondage, I'll spend the rest of my life giving back to where I came from. And he did that. Despite what the world said about me, I knew what God's word said about me. So I went to Bible college and I got a PhD in biblical counseling. They opened the door for me to go back in the prison. I go in twice a month and they bring the ladies of death row down and we have church services. God gave me a vision in confinement to have homes for men and women like myself. And over the past 8 years, I've started 6 homes, with businesses to go with them. And about 2 years ago, I was at a women's conference and this lady gets up to speak, and it was the lady on the corner, and she is now my pastor. And the Lord brought me full circle back. The things that I had to really seek and find, Tori has it all in one place. Had I had the opportunity to have a program like Tori, it would have changed my life.
Sadly, my story is not unique. And the problem is getting worse, as the incarceration rate has skyrocketed 700% in the last 40 years. But there is hope. Someone who goes through the Tori program is 4 times less likely to be rearrested. While it costs taxpayers over $50 a day to incarcerate, Tori can rehabilitate someone for only $4 a day. Tori is making a real difference. Visit the website to learn more and become a part of the solution.